Good evening. With your CIGTV news update, I'm Simon Boxall in for Donald Bush. Today's top story is on a UK trainer who has been in the Cayman Islands to meet with local parole officials. Natalia O'Prey of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office has spent the last several days discussing human rights considerations with the Cayman Islands Parole Board and other agencies. A review of the local Bill of Rights was also on her agenda. She conducted training sessions and held meetings with a number of officials concerned with parole and rehabilitation. Ms. O'Prey is the head of Member Development and Practice at the Parole Board for England and Wales. In her previous role as Deputy Head of Litigation, she dealt with litigation against the board, including judicial reviews, damages, claims, and other civil proceedings. Since 2011, she's been closely involved in supporting parole activities in the overseas territories. She had this to say regarding the purpose of her visit to the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, we got into some detail during the training, and we looked at specific conditions that are put on every single parolee's licence, what they're known as general conditions, which almost every parolee will be subject to. And it's a question of just looking at those sorts of things slightly differently and taking a step back and saying, if we've got, let's say, 12 or 15 general conditions for every single person, just ask yourself, do you need it for every single person? And you may find that you're restricting someone's movements or liberty far more than is necessary in order to be able to manage them safely in the community. And thinking about actually, if you have so many rules, you might actually be setting people up to fail and not really achieving what you want to, which is successful reintegration into society.
Ms. O'Prey had positive things to say about the existing parole procedures in the Cayman Islands, but did outline some best practice considerations that would help to strengthen the system.
Yeah, there's a difficulty, and obviously it's easy to understand why society would want to punish people. That's what imprisonment is for. It's for deterrence and for punishment. But at the same time, almost everyone will be released at some point, and it's a lot more likely that that release and that reintegration into society will be successful if there's an element not only of supervision but of support on release, so that you're giving someone all of the opportunities they could possibly need to become meaningful and productive members of the community again. Just opening the prison door and releasing someone, they may get on fine, they may well find it very difficult to find somewhere to live, find it very difficult to find a job, and those sorts of things tend to turn people towards crime again. Whereas if you can have someone released on supervision, not only are you making sure that you're still restricting their liberty to a certain extent, depending on what risks they present, you might be restricting the liberty a lot, or if they're slightly lower risk, you might be less focused on managing the risk and more focused on things like education, vocational skills, making them feel that they are a good human being and have got something to give to society, and all of those things will help with reducing reoffending.
Ms. O'Prey met with the governors and deputy governors' offices, the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Attorney General's Office, the Department of Community Rehabilitation, and other agencies concerned with security and rehabilitation. The Immigration Department, the National Workplace Development Agency, and the Counseling Center were also among the agencies that attended the training sessions. CIGTV will air more of its extended interview with Ms. O'Prey in the next few days. The Lands and Survey Department is launching a number of new products. To learn more, CIGTV attended the exhibition for the department's customers last Friday. In addition to a subscriber website, the products include an expansion of the KMAP online mapping service. They all draw heavily on geographical information services, also known as GIS. These systems use software to capture, store, manipulate, analyze, manage, and present all types of geographical data. Some 60 persons registered for the training sessions, where they learned to use the new additions to the department's survey lineup. Lands and Survey staff were also on hand at last week's exhibition to answer questions. GIS manager Ryan Preem outlines the direction that the department is taking in this area.
We've just developed a new version of our software, and it's available both in a desktop version and a mobile version, and so that's one of the things we're demonstrating today. And it's much more advanced than our previous client, and eventually people are going to be able to go out with handheld units and access GIS. They're going to be able to take photos and see those photos taken on a map and placed together. So a department, say Department of Agriculture, could go out and inventory, an infestation outbreak by simply having their own smartphone, go out there, take some photos. They come back to the office and they can see where all of those events were happening and do analysis and make planning decisions based upon that. So this is something we're going to be rolling out both to the private sector and inside of government.
Lands and Survey customers are drawn from banking, construction, engineering and architecture, as well as the insurance, real estate and services sectors. Information about Lands and Survey products is available online at www.caymanlandinfo.ky. Christmas is the season of excess. If you are looking to lighten the load for the Santa's cleanup crew this holiday season, the Department of Environmental Health, that's DEH, is offering a number of tips. Give homemade items such as cookies, handcrafts, or framed photos. Give entertainment such as museum or gallery memberships, movie, theater, concert, or sporting event tickets, or restaurant and store gift certificates. Give learning such as language or music lessons, classes in cooking, photography, or other hobbies. Give time or talent by offering to babysit, pet sit, provide computer assistance, or carry out home repairs. Give fitness such as gym memberships, personal training sessions, or classes in yoga, Pilates, or dance. Sounds good. Give pampering such as massage, facial, manicure, or pedicure. Give the greater good by contributing to someone's favorite charity. Do all these things and you will definitely find yourself on Santa's nice list. CIGTV will have more from the Department of Environmental Health throughout the Christmas season. For more information on how you can reduce Christmas waste levels, contact DEH at 949-6696. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune in to Radio Cayman's Talk Today. And that show airs every day at 12:15 with host Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. On Talk Today Wednesday, the First Assembly Church will promote their Singing Christmas Tree. And also Jeff Schofield, Shanda Owens, and Mervyn Connolly will talk about health insurance. And that's all for this evening. I'm Simon Boxall. Good night and thanks for watching.